Greetings, this is Blair's Awakener review. I'm gonna do it this way for a bit. So I'm gonna put this video out as fast as possible. If you want to play him at E0, take the gun out of your mouth. You don't have to kill yourself this time, okay? He is great at E0. I played him an hour at E0. He is fine. Then I pulled for his E2 and cleared all the content. What I did, I cleared A5, several A-tie waves and D-ties, several different comps I'll show and how to play them later in the video. I've cleared hard mode, story mode, the hardest chapter 3 hard mode with my team, which is not as strong as my Blue Will team. And I played him in a variety of content in Arc 1 and Arc 2. He is one of the strongest supports that has ever been released if you play him right. And he's one of the cheapest units you can possibly get in terms of investment level. Like, this is what I ran. I didn't level up his Exalt, because I don't care. I only level up his defense, and you don't really need to level up this. Ember Fusion is good. You don't want to rouse him most of the time, unless you're running him in specific comps. In Madorzan comp, I do rouse him. Now, let me go over what his abilities do and why he's so good. And final score, I already decided, A+. He's this close to S tier. A minor buff would make him S tier. He is insanely broken on how his damage works. He is one of the most powerful supports we had in some time. He's what Clem should have been, because Clem is fucking dog shit. He reduces strength more than Clem. He supports your team more than Clem. Every other support, they don't hold a candle to him. He's one of the best supports and the only other support other than Dies. Now, he's not in S tier because he's not as good as Dies still. He's not as good as the S tier. He's not extremely meta funny, but he's that close. I cannot stress how close he is to S tier. If just one little thing changed, he'll go straight into S tier. So let's go over his kit and how it works. So at E0, his strike and defense don't do anything. And you can still play him just fine. He's one of the few units where I think is healthy for the game. Because each Enlighten does buff him, but it does not render him insanely broken or make him unplayable like Calf E3 without it. So, let's go over his Enlightens. E1, very good. When you play his strike or defense, it draws one skill from deployed Awakers, taking effect 1 per turn. Actually, I'm gonna edit this in. So his E2, time for the clip roll. So his E2, what exactly it does is it upgrades the painted Orisons and the painted relics. So his 2 costs, which gives you a relic, will now give you a gold relic as opposed to a silver relic. And his painted Orisons are upgraded from regular to advanced Orisons. So, if you're a long time player, and if you're an older account, his E2 is very good. Now, if you're a new player, it is not that good. It is borderline, almost bad. I wouldn't say bad. It's still very good because of Orison, because some Orison. So what we have now is the comparison list. So I asked some viewers to send me their relics compared to my relics. Now, if you watch my content, if you watch my videos, you should know that relic strength scales with your account level and how many posses you own, based on Arc 2 rules. Because he gives you Arc 2 relics and not Arc 1 relics. So as you see here, Blessed Blood, if you're a straight new player, the silver version gives you 14 HP. My Blessed Blood gives me 67 HP. The relic caps around level 60 something, if you're level 60, plus how many posses you own. So, it's a combination of both that makes a relics for a long-term player scales the same. It's not even a whale thing. If you whale $10 trillion day one, a long-term player who owns more posses than you that are time-gated will have better relics than you. And the difference between a gold relic and a silver relic is a gold relic gives double the stats of a silver relic. So, let's go back to... Let me go over the rules. So, it's account level plus you get 1% relic strength for every posse you own. That might not seem a lot, but when coupled with the relic strength increase from account level, and the fact that it goes up to 50%, 50% owning 50 posses. No one has 50 posses yet. There's like 41, 42 posses in the game right now, if I remember correctly. So 40% is huge on top of that. So that's why there's a drastic difference. And a gold relic is double that stat. So a gold Filigate Agate for me will give me 20 strength a hit up to 15 times. So that means it will give me 300 strength if I proc it all. His will go from 3 to 6 strength times 15. 6 times 15, 90. 90 versus 300. That's just how it works. So if you're a new player, you don't have to pull for him E2 right now. Later on, when you're a higher level and you own more posses, you can invest in his E2. His E2 will get stronger. Meanwhile, his E3 is seen as worthless in most cases, and it is true. You think it's good. After Pickman consumes creativity, he additionally gains 50 elements and can use Exalt 2 times this turn. Well, in order to consume creativity, you need to have 10 stacks. Getting 10 stacks is extremely difficult in most cases. Now, when I was starting out and playing the first couple of hours, it was hard. But there's a way around that. But in most cases, you don't need his E3. His E3, it's overkill. Now, his E3 does allow for some funny number shenanigans late game and if you have whale. But if you're going to whale on him, you go for OE so you can take advantage of his E3. Now, in this clip, while I'm narrating this overview, you're going to see me fight Dies in Arc 1 boss. Notice how I still haven't hit 10 stacks. And this is one of the longest boss fights in the game. Yeah. No matter what you do, getting 10 stacks is extremely hard, but you save it for one super Omega burst turn if you have his E3 with his double Exalt. Now I'll show how it works in just a moment. But E3, not needed to pull at all. Now let's talk about his 4 cost card, which I will try to pronounce once, but I'll never refer to it by the name again. Chromaphage. So, his 4 cost is one of the strongest 4 costs in the game, if not the strongest 4 cost in the game. Now, most players, minus some content creators in the Chinese side, they also discovered this, think that this is very hard to play. Oh, it's a 4 cost. Oh, the discover mechanic. It's only 1 turn, blah, 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 blah. No, it's broken. It is broken beyond belief. Everyone is just doing it wrong. Everyone is just doing it. It is the bread and butter of his kit. It is... I will show you why. So, it is a guaranteed crit against all enemies 3 times. And if you inspiration trigger, meaning if you get the 10 stacks or you consume a Fantasia stack and use it, it does an additional 2 hits. Now this applies to every Chromaphage you have in hand. Every Chromaphage you will have for that turn. Even ones you haven't even made yet. The cost reduction stays. So what does this mean? Everyone's running it wrong. That's what it means. So I'm going to showcase it in practice, and I will tell you how to do it. So I discovered in this clip, it's AoE, by the way. The strength steal is AoE. The guaranteed crit is AoE. Yeah. So what does that mean? If you have 6 enemies on the field, it will hit every enemy 3 to 5 times and steal 10 temporary strength from all of them. Steal is the key word here. Not reduce, like shit Clem. It reduces it and it steals it, meaning you get it. So that it helps Thorazine, helps a lot of comps clear mobs insanely easy. It's mobs aren't even a factor with this guy, dude. If you see a mob pack, just laugh. Oh, you bring 10 of your friends? That's like free strength for me. If they bring 10 friends, you hit them 3 times each, and you steal 30 from each. 300. And that's with a level 60. If you have talent 10, if you have a level 90, that's like close to round 20. With talent and everything, it's like close to 20. So it's double that. So it's 600 strength. This is there's no mob in the game that is like 10 and spawns, but I'm just using an example. It is insanely good. And that's per Chromaphage card. Per Chromaphage card. If you have more, if you redraw it, it's still a 0 cost. Because the effect is each discover trigger in this turn. As I'll showcase, even new ones you grab with the discover. New ones you grab with voracious. All get the cost reduction. So let's say you hoard up with his exalt. You don't even have to play them. It has retained. You exalt him and you get a Chromaphage. You copy the Chromaphage. You play to wheel. You play anything. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. They're dead. They're dead. And I'll show you every interaction I tested out that works with Chromaphage. Because no one's running him right. Okay, that's enough with the editing. I'm going to go over every discover effect and why people aren't utilizing the maximum discover. Now, you saw my clips, what I've been running, what I've been doing. So, if you're just running him with this kit, F tier. If you're just running him right now, just what everyone's running, F tier. So, him by himself, no discover effect. Nothing. So, what you want is what everyone in CN is doing. Run Dreams of Medication. This is essential for the super buffed, what's the name? Pickman. So that's just one of the steps. You have so many resources if you've been playing the game long, if you know the game, that you should have thought about these. So this is just one. So what this does is double up his cards. So you get 2 Chromaphages. Good. You get 2 life renditions for double Relic. Good. So this is 2 discovers right here. And if you over here, if you just do this, still garbage. Because you're not doing him right. No. Let's go further. You know what else you can do? Because there's like a million possibilities. How broken it is? Rewinding time. After playing the wielder's command card, there's a 60% chance to return it to your hand from your discard pile. Can only trigger once per turn. Now, if you trigger it on his Chromaphage, if it's a 0 cost, it'll come back 0 cost. Remember, as I showcased in the earlier clip, the cost applies to all Chromaphages. Permanent. It's not like you have to have the card in. Even Chromaphages that doesn't exist, like the previous clip. Like one you just create out of nowhere. It will have the cost reduction based on how many discover effects you played that turn. So if you draw it back, if you reshuffle your deck back, the Chromaphages will be 0 cost, assuming you don't run into the issue of the chapter Arc 2 mechanic. So if you're rewinding time it back, it'll still have the same cost. And you don't have to rewind class. You can rewind back life rendition for another discover effect. But even if you just use that, garbage. You are playing the game like garbage. You are dog shit at the game. Because it's not enough. It's not enough. You know what else you can do? To wheel. I have some to wheel clips, but it's kind of boring. To wheel can also dupe the Chromaphage. To wheel can also get the Relic. And guess what? She plays it better than him. This is a buff to Red Will. Red Will deals insane amounts of damage. Because she can also store Chromaphages onto Will. And she will steal more strength than Pickman. You will Chromaphage the fuck out of your enemy with Toyo Pickman. It's a buff to Red Will. You know why? What does this say? What does this say? What the fuck does this thing say? Discover! Everyone's fucking dog shit at the game. Holy shit. Discover. Red Will. Works very well. Boom. Discover. You know where else we can get the Discover effect? Wonder where else we can get the Discover effect. I wonder. I wonder. There's another wheel that's running. Silver Key Radiance. You can get Posses from this with Discover effect. And guess what? It is Discover. You know what else is in this? What I've been running? This. Gated Answer. Discover. Wow. Looks like there's like a trillion Discover effects in the game that people aren't using. You know what else has Discover that I ran? Voracious. You know what happens when you're Voracious? You can get a Pickman card. You can get the Pickman Chromaphage. Make it cheaper. It's one cheaper. Or you can get his Relic. Discover right here. And it's a Caro. So, you want the S key and all that Discover effects. So yeah, you can easily get 4 sources of Discover whenever you want. The best one, Gated Answer. I tried Voracious. Voracious is very good. This is the best thing to run with Pickman. You know why? When you discover this, you get Key Flare to your gen back, and you discover and use another Posse. You can discover this. You can rediscover Gated Answer, which I did showcase in one of the clips. So, if you keep discovering this card, you can do it multiple times, over and over and over again, infinitely. You can keep rediscovering this. That's how this card works. You pick 3 random Posses. If your Posse's list low enough, you can get this again. If you double, that's great. It's -2 cost on his Chromaphage cards. Discover is so easy. It's fucking free. It's a fucking free mechanic, dude. But yeah, Gated Answer. So there is a thing which people are theory crafting right now. Maybe you don't unlock Posse. Now that is retarded. That is fucking dumb. You want the Posses for the Relic strength. But if you want the full-on Discover meme, you would only unlock this Posse and get as few Posses as possible, so you can keep discovering this Posse to make it more or less RNG. But I don't believe in that. You know why? Because if you believe in yourself, you believe in the you that succeeds, you will always get the Gated Answer again. You just gotta believe. Gotta have faith. Yeah, RNG is fake. It's whether you get Gated Answer is between this and your god, whatever god you believe in. So go to the local church, mosque, temple, whatever you believe in, and pray you keep getting this when you're playing him. Boom. Discover. So there's so many ways you can abuse Pickman. Like, you don't even need to run dice. I ran dice to just make it easier. Because you can dice Exalt his Chromaphage. You can dice Exalt his Discover. You know what else would help? Hamlin. Hamlin can double up his Relic thing. Now, there's also one other thing I would like to point out that makes him broken. That it's overkill. His E3. His E3. So, people have been running this, and you can generate, the CN have reached like 2.5k strength. I think that's the best, but someone like Theory Crafted there's like a document. I think they said like something like 3,000 strength turn 1. Yeah, he can give 3,000 strength turn 1 easily. You can turn 1 a lot. Granted, it requires a lot of RNG, but there's a combo that people haven't realized yet with his E3. There's a combo that makes him buff insanely. So I'm going to go over his E3 double math first. Then I'm going to go over the combo. Because I didn't... You need to play a lot to set this up. I don't want to spend time with it. But you have to go through the models and build up 10 stacks. Because building up 10 stacks is hard as fuck. So let me go on to the clip showcasing the math behind this. So before that, let me just remind you that his Exalt gives other Awakers final damage, shield, and healing plus 15% when he Exalts. So after Pickman Exalts, every other Awakener team who has an Exalt that gives damage, does damage, shield, or healing, is 15% final damage. Now, this is not 15%. Final damage is the final multiplier. that means it's the best multiplier. And it stacks on top of itself. It's insanely good. If you see final damage, you gun for it. Final damage is insanely good in this game. Any of you guys that have played Diablo 2, Diablo 3, Diablo 4 knows how multiplicative effects work. Like X, Y, and Z. The Diablo 4, sheet. Crit damage, surge, all that. If you've played Diablo 4, you already know why this is broken. You can just stop here because you play games, or if you play Path of Exile, play any, you know how powerful like multiplicative effects are. And that's what this is. And this is insanely rare to get. And not only does it get it from here, he gets it from his wheel. That's why his wheel is good. Now, I'm going to show you how the math works in the clip. I did testing myself. This took a lot of hours, so remember to like, share it with everyone, share the video on Reddit, Instagram. I don't know. I don't know if you shared it on Instagram. I don't use social media that much. Okay, on to the clip. Sorry, I'm resorting to my old ways of no editing. I'm going to do this because it's faster for me, because I want to release this video and go to bed. So this is Dorzine's Exalt. I rouse him. No Pickman Exalt. Full HP large skirt. Just so you can see. 3,000 number. Watch it. 3,566 base damage. 1K crit. Okay. This is the damage after one Pickman Exalt and getting a couple hundred more strength because I needed to charge up him. So 90k. It's harder, but it's not indicative because the HP is lower because I did Pickman Exalt. So it is significantly more. Now you see how the multiplier works. It's more than the 15% because it's the final damage. That's what I'm trying to get at. And if you double Exalt, it's even more. Let me go to the last clip. So this is me playing out the entire turn. This is 1,144 strength. Turn 1. This is turn 1 with this Pickman. Not even a buff Pickman. Look, the stats. With my Dorsey, not even a well Dorsey. 1,144 strength. Turn 1. And this is playing it wrong. Now, I'm going to go over the optimal way in a bit. So, 141k. So, turn 1 Pickman, very good. And also getting these relics. So, gold relics, blah, blah, blah. So, let me go over the combo. So, let me end this clip, place it together, and now I'm going to go over to the game again. Unfortunately, I don't really have a good clip to showcase it, but I'm just going to go over it and you can test it yourself. Because again, it's 5 a.m. and I have work very soon. And editing this video will take like an hour or two more. So I have work in like 3.5 hours. So, okay. So, this is where his E3 gets into play. He can exalt twice a turn, and when he consumes creativity, he gets 50 alienness. He can consume creativity. He can Fantasia twice a turn. This is what's been found by CN and how it breaks the game. So, what happens when he gets Fantasia? He gets all of the Discover effects on either his Exalt or his 2 cost. And what does his 2 cost again? You get these relics. And in my clips, you may have noticed, you can get the same relic multiple times. If you already own an Agate, you can get another Agate. So you can get all these extremely good relics as you saw in my thing. So let me go here. Again, sorry for the poor quality at the end. I need to finish this video fast. So let's say you have you get multiple of this. 600 strength each on my account. Let's say you get multiple of Lock. Very good. So you want to Fantasia the relic. And in most cases, you're going to think, oh, I can only Fantasia once. No. You can Fantasia twice. At least twice a turn. How? It's a setup combo. So imagine a turn 1 with 6 relics. Or turn 1 with double Exalt. Or triple Exalt. So how you do it is you store 10 creativity stacks or inspiration, blah, blah. So after Pickman triggers or uses Corrosive Cover, gain 1 stack of inspiration, blah blah blah. So when you hoard up 10 creativity stacks by playing his Discover card, it carries over from stage to stage, we notice. So get a Stentax, you get a Fantasia. So you can hoard it and not use it until the final boss. So that's 1 Fantasia stack. You get another one from his Rouse. See where I'm going with this? You hold his Rouse in hand. You do not rouse him. You then use the Fantasia stack from having 10 creativity to exalt. Either to exalt or to play this. Doesn't matter. Or play the Relic card. And you trigger the inspiration. That's 1 inspiration trigger right now. Okay? And then you rouse. You get an inspiration stack. Or you get a Fantasia stack again. Again, the translation is terrible. Fantasia stack, which gives you inspiration. So you get another Fantasia stack. So you can use that on another Exalt. Or another Relic. So that means you can get 6 Relics for the burst turn. You can get 6. You can't get 6 of God. It will always be like 3 different Relics in that. But for each instance, you can get it again. So you can get 2 Agates, 2 Exalts. So all these compounded together will get you shit ton of strength that turn. So imagine a perfect scenario. Like all of the relics you can get are very good. Or you can get 2 more chronophages. Or you can get more cards. But most of the time you want the relics for the burst turn. So that's why he's insanely broken for the turn 1. Now, in endgame content, you want to kill your opponents fast before they kill you in some comps, especially in Endorsing comp, when you're playing with your life. So, let's say you want 2 Agates, because you can get 2 Agates this way. You also get all the other relics. The base damage relics. All the base damage relics stack on top of each other. Like 90% base damage. You get 6 of the relics. Look at the relic list at the beginning of the video. 6 of the relics. With this. Like, this is what we discovered. So, you hoard up 10 stacks. You don't use the inspiration. You get the Rouse, and you hold it in hand. You then use the Fantasia stack on a burst turn. You get your 3 relics. Or you get your card. Doesn't matter what you use it on. You then exalt. Or you then Rouse. You exalt. You use it then again. So, you can trigger it twice a turn. For a super omega burst turn to have 6 relics if you want. To have, I don't know, 6 cards in hand. I don't know why you ever want to do that. But the possibilities are endless. Well, not endless. There's a limited amount of relics. But yeah, that is why he is extremely good. Like, I'm trying to find that relic. Sorry, guys. Where is it? There's a, I don't know why I can't find it. There we go. Here we go. These are the relics you can get. This, double up. 60% base damage. You can get this. Double up, 60%. He is insanely good. So, the math so far is, if you get the perfect shit, this will never happen. But this is what people are working on. Let's say you get this. This is 300 strength each. But most of it is from the chronophages. Let's say you store up several chronophages. You get the Discover one from the Voracious or the Discover. You can even dies if you run dies. I wouldn't recommend run dies. Remember, the point of pulling for Pickman is that you don't need dies in the Caro comp. You get, let's say 5. I think the worst, one of the bad case scenarios is 5. 5 chronophages. 5. So for each mob on the field at level 60, you're going to trigger the inspiration. So it's 5 hits. 5 hits, 50 strength. And you saw I did it. 50 strength per enemy times 5, 250. On top of it triggering, and playing these chrono triggers will fill up the Agate. It will max out your Agate. So that's thousands and thousands and thousands of strength turn 1. Again, the maximum theory crafted amount of strength from the CN, because I am too lazy to do that right now. They're saying it's around 3,000 if you have a fully whaled out. Because remember, if you whale him out, level 90, his attack stat will increase as well. So that means this strength steal will increase. So that means this exalt will increase. So that means everything will increase. And in addition, your talent, 30%. Remember, if this is 10, it's 30%. And this will increase too. Awakener exalt final damage will go up to 15%. So all that multiplied together will do like millions of damage on certain exalts. So again, it's very hard to accomplish, but you can do it. As long as you remember to hoard up all of your stacks, never inspiration until the boss for the one big burst phase. That's why he's very good. Now, the con of why I did not rate him S tier is because while easy to do with the whole thing, if this was permanent, like permanent cost reduction, he would be S tier. But since it's temporary, you have to, put out all a turn, and there are some weaknesses to him. But he does have Vuln and Weakness for his 2 costs. Getting the Vuln and Weakness Relic. There's a high chance you'll get that. So he's a very good unit. This, Strike and Defense, I'm going to go over the rest of his kit that I glossed over. Strike and Defense. Very good. You can draw a skill. But he has some weaknesses. He does generate alien mist very slow. You would need a battery, or you need to feed him babies. He does generate a lot of babies. His alien mist is feeding him babies. He's a greedy fucker. He's a greedy motherfucker. But he buffs and supports our team. He's one of the universal supports you can slot in anywhere. Again, Red Will, Tawil. You can slot him in a Red Will team. Remember, Discover. And she can pull his cards and keep them. So you can also get relics with Tawil. You can get the Chronophages with Tawil. Hoard them up for a burst turn. It's a buff to Red Will. Let's say you're running, I test a couple of comps. Corporal, unfortunately, Corporal Arita, I want to make that work. No, you can't just discard his cards. I tried making it work. It doesn't work. I deleted all the clips. It doesn't work. So, that doesn't work, but Dorosine and Tawil are my 2 recommended comps. Red Will, very good with him. Red Will is what I would recommend over Dorosine. But I would recommend Blue Will because you already have a Blue Will comp and make it just pair him with Dorosine. But who else does he work with? Miriam. I did a few runs with Miriam. She can feed him batteries. And he can feed her babies. Now, what does that do? Nothing. For now. I need to figure out how to do it. Again, I would run a couple more hours. But I'm short on time right now. So, yeah. So, this, he pairs well with Dorosine and Tawil for now. There may be other Awakers he pairs well with. I haven't... That's the thing with him. That's why he's good. There are limitless possibilities. You can pair with Calf. You can pair with any Awakener that relies on the Exalt. He doesn't even need that. Because his Chromaphage, his utility as a support is so high in endgame content, in Alert 5 content. Because no other support Awakers can do as much as he does at E2, at E0. He's a cheap unit. He's what we need. He doesn't require many dupes to work. Again, E1, E2. Luxury. Luxury. He works right out of the box. He's one of the workers that works right out of the box. You can put him in your endgame teams. You do not have to plus 12 him. You do not have to plus 4 him. You can. He is stronger like every Awaker is. But you don't have to. He can fit. You don't even have to level him up. Level 60 is just fine. Other Awakers, you're like, oh, I need to level him up to make him good. Oh, no. He's like, dies. He's good as is. This is what we need. There is no doubt. Again, if he gets buffed, I'm moving to S tier. But because some people are complaining about him not playing him right. But if more of you complain about him, he's gonna move to S tier. But right now, A+ tier. He works so well with so many different Awakers. Like he even works well with Daff. I've seen CN run with Daff, and it wrecks face. I'm gonna tell you, it wrecks face. Him with Daff wrecks face. He pairs with so many DPS Awakeners. I think it's a fresh. Why you run Daff? Because his cards, Relic, blah blah blah, very good. He pairs well with Riker, Relic. He pairs well with virtually every unit. So yeah, that concludes this video. And now on to the part which I took 11 hours to make. Please watch this part, please. Please, please, please.
Pickman, Pickman, pay the fight. Pickman のパレットを広げる角を塗り替える未来を描くピックマンがレリ刻む味方のエクサウト我がギブアップエンブリオ香りを取り込むピックマン想像の色でキャンバス満たす紫だけは絶対のステックアップステックアップクリエイティビティひらめき溢れてデスティニーピックマンのひらめき溢れるもう一歩筆で開く扉世界はファンタジアへ So we get up, paint it bright 光を塗って fly so high 色で未来を照らしたい紫だけは say goodbye Stack up creativity ひらめき溢れて Destiny Buff your dreams, buff your fight ピックマンがエクサを輝かせる運命さえも Your great Relic Fantasia Brush in hand I draw the line Relic ready, exalt shine 黄色の渦で運命を flip ピックマンモノクロを壊す仲間の角に光を注ぐ Relic の文様ピックマンが描くエンブリオのかけらプレイ初期の影は切り捨てるSo we get up, stand up, paint it bright 光を塗って fly so high 色で未来を照らしたい紫だけは say goodbye Stack up, creativity ひらめき溢れて Destiny Buff your dreams, buff your fight ピックマンがエクサを輝かせる運命さえも Your upgrade will reach Fantasia 全ての色を抱きしめるピックマン紫以外なら友達紫はじゃあピックマンが消す想像で世界を救う So we get up, paint it bright 光を塗って色で未来を照らしたい紫だけは say goodbye Stack up, creativity ひらめき溢れて Destiny Buff your dreams, buff your fight ピックマンがエクサを輝かせる運命さえも You break will reach Fantasia Get up, stand up, paint it bright Stack up, creativity ひらめき溢れて Destiny Buff your dreams, buff your fight ピックマンがエクサを輝かせる We'll reach them all you yeah Get up, stand up, paint it bright fantasia